and also something I like to bring up to a lot of people don't realize this is, I mean, and it's not in an argumentative way, it's just more of like a expository way. If you are eating commercial food from the store, even a completely vegan diet, you're still causing lots of environmental degradation. There are dead animals attached to that. There are a lot of organic crops are fertilized with slaughterhouse byproducts, which is blood meal, bone meal, feather meal, leather meal. And so all these slaughterhouse byproducts are growing your organic vegan food.
Wait,
And so,
what?
yeah.
Hold up.
So,
I haven't heard of this one yet. What?
oh yeah, this is a shocking argument for. I mean, I don't want to call it an argument. It's just like a truth. And so if you almost without, there might be like 1 or 0.1% of farms that do something called veganics, where they only grow with vegan based fertilizer.
Okay.
But when you do organic farming, you're not allowed to use petrochemical inputs because it has to be organic stuff. The
Right.
number one used in the billions of tons of organic fertilizers are bone meal, feather meal, leather meal, blood meal, and then what you have manure from slaughterhouses. So you're still totally tied into this evil machine, and so that's the real benefit of having a cow is that you break out of that cycle. You not only do you get really good food locally every day, you're also getting really good fertilizer to grow your own food locally every day. So I kind of a challenge I give to people is I say, just try to grow as much of your own food as you possibly can.
Yeah.
Whatever, and don't utilize these really negative inputs. When I first started growing food, I would go to the Home Depot or the Ace Hardware to buy fertilizer, and everything there is bone meal, feather meal, leather meal. Most soils have organic soils have that in them too. And I'm just like, I felt horrible. I remember I bought bone meal a couple times and I throw it out on my crops and stuff, and I'm just like, I just had this horrible feeling in my chest, like, what am I supporting? What is the supply chain on this?
Like you're sprinkling death off.
Well, exactly. And I'm a real practical person, but I also like notice like the psychic subtle energies and things. And so if you're throwing all this literally dead bodies on all your food and you're growing it and you're celebrating it, it's kind of like, oh man, I don't think you're actually disconnected now from this whole slaughter industry. You're actually just another customer of it.
Fuck.
And yeah, right. Well, I don't want to be like discouraging. Organic food is really good. I tell everyone to eat as organic as much as you can.
Oh man, but that's the thing, like, because I knew about the whole, if you're into like the mass farming, you're getting your products at the store, which most, let's be honest, most of us are. I get a lot of my products at the store.
Hey, me too. I don't want to claim to be like a saint either. I buy
Yeah,
lots
it's just the reality of what we live in right now. But you buy, like, buy something organic, and you buy like some fruits or vegetables. You don't think that has any animal product involved in the growing of it. I understand that through the picking process and like some of the machines that go out into the fields, they're gonna grind up a bunch of rodents and shit. Like that's just something that happens. But I did not realize that all the animal products were involved in the actual, like.
I think there's only a few commonly used things that aren't linked to the slaughter industry, which would be like rock powders, like rock phosphate. Some people use alfalfa meal and kelp meal and stuff like that, but those are really expensive. So organic farmers aren't going to be going out of their way to use these really expensive things,
Right, and that's also the fuckery that Monsanto helped with, of like this whole, like, you have to pay money to say that you're organic, like what?
I'm like more important than organic and more important than whatever ethical. I buy local, get to actually know local producers.
Yeah,
they're usually more than happy to show you what they're doing.
Dude, honestly, like I feel like a way that it can, instead of having like this mass production, like there's so much, so many little pockets of land. Like if we put a concerted effort into buying local more than anything else, it's like, yeah.
Definitely. Here on the Big Island in Hawaii in general, I don't know why it's not more of a concern. We import something like 95% of our food from the mainland.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you're like, wait a minute, we can grow food year round here. We have all the water we need. Why are we dependent on and obviously that wasn't the case a couple hundred years ago. The Hawaiian Kingdom was growing all their own food completely locally, supporting huge populations. And that was before any, agricultural technology, modern agricultural technology or anything like that. And I think it's just the way it is now, and we're slowly moving away from that. And the best thing you can do is support your local farmers